10Care's new diaper benefit helps our youngest members and their families stay healthy and happy. If your child is younger than 2 and has 10Care or Cover Kids, they can get up to 100 diapers every month at no cost. To get diapers, visit a participating pharmacy. You don't need a prescription. Just show your child's pharmacy card at the counter. For newborns without a card, you can use the parent's pharmacy card. The pharmacy staff will check to see if you qualify and help you get up to 100 diapers for a month. 10Care will cover a variety of diaper brands and sizes to meet your child's needs. You can find a list of covered brands on the 10Care diaper webpage.
Diapers are available at Mike's Pharmacy, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City. That's Mike's Pharmacy, 592-9190.
Piggly Wiggly, a supermarket chain since 1916, operates more than 600 locally owned stores, including the Monteagle location that now stocks the largest selection of fine wine, domestic and import beer in the area. Piggly Wiggly's farm fresh fruit is a sweet deal at everyday low prices. Piggly Wiggly stocks carefully selected, always fresh vegetables from the common to the unusual. All of the organic products we sell meet strict USDA guidelines. The Pig has a large meat department that to this date custom cuts and wraps its pork, chicken, and certified Angus beef to your request. Certified Angus beef brand is a cut above USDA Prime Choice and Select. With a large dairy selection of fresh milk and cheese products and your favorite drink products, you will never go home thirsty from the Pig. Visit the Piggly Wiggly Deli and put in your order for an outstanding selection of cheeses, salads, and deli meat products from Boar's Head brand and more. Be sure to check out our weekly special circular for great deals. That's the Piggly Wiggly of Monteagle, Tennessee.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-981-8940.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-981-8940.
Okay. I took no phone calls yesterday. Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I love Mike Parton, I swear to goodness. But I downloaded all of my interviews January through March onto the YouTube channel I set up. I think I had it a long time ago, but I never used it. And to create a new YouTube, you have to go through all this. So I just kept the old one, and so be it. It's Iva Michelle Russell. It's YouTube. I've got all my interviews on there January through March. I'm going to try to keep up to date because Facebook is going to be deleting live videos. And I don't know if I'm going to get through 10 years of interviews, downloading, etc. But I've at least started in 2025. My first one actually was Courtney when she came on the end of December. So I've got that. I realized that when I was talking to Mike when I was reviewing some of these videos, I was like, I'm just sitting there slouching on a chair. I'm like, can't I sit up? I mean, goodness. By the Grundy County Herald, there's some things, we're still kind of in a lull period. We've got Easter coming out. I didn't put anything about Easter. We've got 2 that I know of, Easter egg hunts. Both of them are on the same day, April the 12th. Monteagle's at 10. Monteagle's at 10 and Tracy City's at 11. So that's how that works. What else? Trails and Trilliums. They're still looking for volunteers. If you know folks that want to get in on the inside Scoobies and do volunteer work and just to check it out, you really should. That's what I do, is I go volunteer at things I want to check out, because then you get to see, really the behind the scenes. The folks that are coming, Tennessee naturalists all across the state, and, some from other states, but they're such neat people. They're so high on life, I'm telling you. It's when you get out in nature, it changes you. It just does. It just does. So it's a great experience for those who have never seen how much folks appreciate our great outdoors, our home. It's so cool to see folks really loving on us like that, because, we live on the greatest place on earth, and I know a lot of folks have forgotten that because we lost a couple of generations to hopelessness and depression and victimhood, right? Come on, government, bail us out, that kind of stuff. But we've got grit. We've got grit, baby, and you can't just beat that. In today's economy, grit's going to count. This is Trump world, baby, and he wants the best and the brightest. There's none of that DEI stuff where it's based on the color of your skin, not the content of your character or your skill sets. Kids are going to have to get off getting TikTok famous on the company dime or on the government dime, thinking then that's okay, because it's not. This is a new economy, folks, a new economy. And as Mike and I talked yesterday, our governor's race is going to be different next year, because everything falls under the Trump agenda. Everything in the state of Tennessee. If you want to be successful, you've got to align with the powers that be in order to ace, like learning from a test, right? If we're teaching our kids to learn to the test, to excel, well, that's how it is in politics these days. Trump is redesigning America, bringing it back down to found the bones, bringing it down to the bones. Yeah, I'm a libertarian. I say blow it all up, and then rise it like a phoenix. And then when you do blow it up, you realize all the folks who are upset and all of the darkness that permeates America for so long. It's kind of like Grundy. You forget. Satan is always there, and Satan got a hold of, Grundy County for a hot minute. Satan sure did, but with a revival of spirit, with the grit and determination of our people and our organizations and our leadership, honestly, sky's the limit. Golden, baby. What else did I see? All right, so it's graduation. Now, let's just keep that in mind. Our kids are our future. So the 2025 Adopt a Senior program is in full swing. As you know, it was started during COVID, and to help our seniors, they didn't have a real graduation during COVID, and it was horrible. And I think today, we're seeing a lot of the results of all of that horribleness, and our kids we're going to have to teach them how to adapt. But the biggest thing is to show them love and to show them that we're going to, as a community, wrap our arms around them, because seniors, that's the last of kidhood. I mean, they go into adulthood. They either go into college, tech school, have families. This is the last bit of childhood that they get before they go out and pushed into the cruel world that we have. And I think our world's America is much better, because us adults finally took care of business. We finally said, okay, we got to hand this back a little bit better than we found it, because we were slackers too. I mean, not me, not a bunch of the folks who were really focused over 20 years, but we've got the Adopt a Senior program. So what this is a on Facebook only. You go to the 2025 Adopt a Senior project, and if you want, parents are going to be listing their seniors with a picture and saying up for adoption. April then puts in all the parents, I'm assuming all the parents or most of the parents put together things that they like, so that the folks who adopt them can figure out cool things to get them for, like, little baskets, surprise them. Like I adopted little Danica Parmley. I love that family. They play Mr. and Mrs. Her parents play Mr. and Mrs. Santa. They're part of the Parmley bunch, and they're Monteagle, and I love them. So I'm gonna. That was the first one. I grabbed that child. I'll probably get a couple more. I've done 2 or 3 every single year we've been doing it. We brought it back, I think 22 or 23 maybe, and it's been going every year since then. So April Cash is the admin. I choose an admin from a senior class parent that I feel could take on the responsibilities and are organized and are fierce mama bears. And I've had some amazing folks doing that as well. So Jennifer Gibson was one of them. Stacy Hewitt was one of them. And April's now doing this one. So if you as a community member want to adopt a senior, which I highly advise, that's the very least that we could do is love on them. You can adopt several, like Sam Parson is on there. Sam's a rock star. I'm not worried if he's got a bunch of folks that have adopted him. Honestly, a lot of our seniors just, more the merrier. It doesn't have to be adopted by one person. And that's just showing them the love leading up to graduation. So last year I had Caleb was one of mine last year, and who else did I have? I had that Meeks, Colton Meeks maybe. Well, anyway, so that's a big thing. Please, if you don't mind, go to the Facebook 2025 Adopt a Senior Project, GCHS Adopt a Senior Program Project. Go and adopt a senior. So that's that. Then there is a scholarship hunt. Tyler McCullough, our trustee, I'm going to try to get him on here, does a something to raise money. I think he's done a golf outing before. I think he does hunts. Maybe it's all hunts. I don't remember. I'm going to ask him if I can get him on the show. So our trustee Tyler is having a hunt. I'm going to say it's the 28th or 29th by the Grundy County Herald. I have it in there. And all proceeds go to Key to Success Scholarship for a senior coming up. There's lots of senior, like small little scholarships. Well, his has actually gotten pretty darn big, but everybody's got a scholarship that they want to give. So I'll have more information on that just by the Grundy County Herald. Not a lot going on. Oh, we got the health fair coming up, Healthy Tennessee. Health fair coming up. I'm pretty sure I've got Dr. Manny coming in maybe Friday. No, he's calling. He's calling this week and talk about the Healthy Tennessee. He's bringing his mama. Remember, Dr. Manny Sethi his parents were the doctors down in Hillsboro and probably birthed. Oh no. Birth all the babies, kind of one of those things. So his mama, for those who know her, is going to be there at the Healthy Tennessee event. It is the 29th. It is a Saturday, right? Is that a Saturday? Yeah, it is. And so we'll have all that information, and you go through these screenings, and at the end of all these whatever that they're doing, there's a bunch of folks. It's going to be in Altamont at the Altamont Baptist Church, and it's going to be a great event. So that's going to go on. That's coming up. And then the creating a budget that works at the Housing Hub. Can't advise people, even old folks. I mean, it's learning a budget. A free workshop brought to you by Housing Hub is worth it. It really is for anybody. So that is March 27th, 6 to 6:45. Let's see if I got anything else. Life path predictor. Stephen, you going to find out when you're going to pass away? No, I didn't think so. I don't know if I'm going to do it, honestly. But I kind of do. I asked Gareth if he wanted to find out when he was going to die, and predicted, and he said no way in HE double toothpicks. All right, let's go to birthdays. That's all I got. We got Mayor Brady today, I believe. I have no birthdays there. Let's go on to our Facebook land. Facebook. Now's the time to get involved in your community. If there's an organization or things, everybody can do one thing. Everybody can get involved in one thing. You may have, skills and talent and just time. If you have a question what you want to do, I'll show you which organization you should get in. If you want to volunteer your time, I got you. I make it a point of knowing all of our organizations and where people can fit. So, just FYI. I told you, Trails and Trilliums, April 4th through 6th, yeah. Oh, here's the mayor already, 8:03. I'll get to the birthdays later. Is he ready? Yeah. All right, which one? One, okay. Mayor Brady, happy gorgeous Wednesday.
Yes, it is a beautiful day. I'm afraid it's going to be a little colder tomorrow.
Bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. Yeah, I saw a little snowflake on the weather report. I'm like, no,
I just don't like that 26 degrees.
I mean, seriously, we had Mike Parton on yesterday, and we're talking about, well, many things, but, the bills, the electric bills.
Oh, yeah, they're for whatever reason, it's a lot higher this year. I don't know. I think the temperatures just remaining cold.
Well, yeah, and he said that they had to buy on the open market power. We went like 5, 6. I didn't understand the numbers, but we had to buy on the open market. We had such a demand.
Mm.
And you know how that goes.
I don't doubt it. It's been it's been a very cold winter, and the experts, I will no longer listen to them. They said that we would have a little bit of a wet but a much warmer winter this year, and polar opposite.
Oh, bless him. Well, what's going on? What's going on in your world, sir?
Well, next week, Grundy County has a day on the Hill. We started this back in 2012. I heard about Warren County having Bologna Day and everything, and I was like, Grundy County needs a day on the Hill. And we started that back in 2012. We did everything from visit offices and give out cookies to a booth out in the hall, but they don't allow that anymore. But we have a Grundy County Day on the Hill, and so we incorporate the leadership youth and leadership Grundy, along with Grundy County's Day on the Hill, and so it's a really good day. That's going to be next week. I have some business down there on Monday, so I will be in Nashville Monday, and then Tuesday I'll meet up with a group over at Cordell Hall in the Capitol Building, and we will have Grundy County Day on the Hill. With that being said, our county commission meeting fell this month, that Monday night is our scheduled county commission meeting. So we did advertise it in the paper. We're moving that to Tuesday. It's not a coup to slip something through or anything like that in county commission meeting. It's just that is whenever our commission is on that same day. So we moved it. Anyone wanting to attend the county commission meeting, 7 o'clock on Tuesday night will be the regular scheduled meeting. So,
no coup.
Yeah, no coup, no trying to slip nothing through or being conniving or anything like that. We just that's just what's happened. I know the Pelham medical facility will more than likely be on the agenda, and I just know that it gets very. You just couldn't imagine sometimes what is said and spread, unfortunately. And all too often ain't no truth to it. But anyways, we will be meeting, but it will be on Tuesday instead of Monday. So we'll go ahead and get that out. We got it in the paper, and I'll get it on Facebook and everything, so and everybody will know. Had an information meeting about the Pelham medical facility. I do believe there'll be something passed and agreed upon at this month's meeting. A lot of folks, they don't realize how the order of operations are with that stuff, and then a lot of times finger pointing starts, but the IDB has control of the land. The county commission has control of the purse strings. It's a checks and balance system. So if the IDB agrees to sell property, then they have the authority to sell the property. And then, but anything to do with pilots or abatements or any funding, that goes to the county commission. And so, a lot of times, the opinion of one may not be the opinion of the other. And so, but we're about to work our way through all that. So I think it's going to, I think there'll be something agreed upon at this meeting. We've submitted out our bids for the Miracle on the Mountain. We're having a lot of interest on it, which is a really good thing. And had pre-bid meetings, met with some excavators and contractors out on site. We've cleared all the trees. They're burning debris right now. Hopefully by the first part of next week, we'll start hauling out the refuse, the stumps and everything. And then at March the 31st, the bids are done and we're opening them. And then we'll hopefully be able to make a recommendation to the county commission. Might even have a special call meeting to go ahead and award those bids out for the construction because, again, we are on a tight timeline. We have June, equipment will be hitting and construction starting on the splash pad. Then the month of August, right after that is the playground. So, it's timeline is tight. So, health department, we had bids that came in high. Grundy County. I never want to overexpose the county on any project. I think that put Grundy County in a position where we could have been exposed a little bit there. So went with our state partners, had some conversations. There's some material change and other things I think that we can work through. It's just I do not want to forego the cosmetics and the appeal of the building, and especially the footprint and the functionality of it. I do not want to sacrifice none of that. Grundy County has had to make do a lot of times with crumbs, and we don't want crumbs no more. We want the whole pie. And so I think with our state partners, which have been so good to us through this, I think we've got it. And so we'll be at this month's meeting, which will be this coming Tuesday. We'll award that bid to the lowest bidder, which was, I think, was OLG.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they did a good job with the OHV part.
So it's lots going on, and So we do have other grants where one special project that I don't want to talk about per se right now because I was just a part of it, a partner in it. I want those folks to go ahead and start talking about what they want to do and what they're going to do when they get ready to do that. But I mean, I'm always looking for grants and funding avenues to get the things that we need. So I have a couple of grants that I've applied for clean energy grants. A lot of times you can use those for brownfields and other things to get a deep dive on the assessments of what it would take to quote unquote energy efficiency and stop wasting energy on a building. And so I have those. We've been awarded them. We're in the information gathering mode right now. These companies, they don't do a on-site very little. It's always Zoom. I don't know if the internet's a gift or a curse sometimes, but hopefully we will have more information on that one very, very soon.
Nice. Hey, where's the biosolid thing going?
Well, right now, I had a conversation with a representative earlier this week, and we are trying. We're putting our best foot forward. I know how those guys think, and I know the powerhouses that are up against us on this one. But I've got testimony from folks within their organization that will attest totally polar opposite to their rose garden that they paint, that will show that that's not the truth. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I think we have about 60% of the vote. I really do. I believe we had a majority of the vote, but we didn't know that. So Representative Brickham, he wrote it. So I'm hoping the chairman will bring it back up. He may elect not to, especially if he's in opposition of it. So we will see. I will know more information. Hopefully I'm going to be, with the leadership group, I usually have a conversation with them. That way, as we see different individuals, things that may be important and detrimental to Grundy County, that they know about it. That way they can ask questions during their time with, let's say TDOT. And if we need to see somebody, we'll go in there and talk with them in force.
I love it.
Talking all.
I love it. All right. All right. Anything else going on?
Well, just, it's busy. Looking forward to some spring weather. We got things happening. I did get an update I feel from Stone Doors that's credible. They combined these two projects toward the end of it, which they should have done it at the beginning. So that's delayed it. But they're designing the entire part, the full construction in one fell swoop. So if I had to guess, if they're scheduling this time next year, bids will be awarded.
Nice.
So they'll be in construction, starting construction this time next year.
Okay. Okay. Right on.
A full year.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
Bless him. I still think that there's too much bureaucracy in Tennessee.
Yeah, there is, especially it would just make sense that if you have a project that's funded, you save money whenever you combine the two projects.
Yeah.
On the same location. We do that stuff all the time. And, but then the same way it's funded in two different times, then therefore it has to be bid out. It doesn't make sense. I know it's well, I know it doesn't make sense, but if it doesn't make sense, change it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have a bureaucracy issue in Tennessee, and make no mistake, we're a fabulous state, but we have a bureaucracy issue.
I agree. There's a lot of stuff. I believe we live in the best state of the union by far, but there are some things that can be changed. I mean, projects should not take as long as it takes today, whether it's a construction project, a road project, or whatever it may be. Like you said, the red tape, you're drowned in that stuff. I mean, you were drowned. I mean, right now, I am just so agitated. I've got things I'm doing with the Miracle on the Mountain and permits I'm applying for, but then I have to sign them, and I'm like, okay, it's a PDF contract. I can sign this and scan it back, which is, everyone that you do. Well, TDEC, our good friends at TDEC, God love them. You have to mail in a signature verification form.
Oh my goodness!
So we mailed that in last week, and I've got construction stuff that has to move forward. And one of them, is a house department and Miracle on the Mountain, and waiting on permits and disturbance permits, and they haven't received our letter.
Oh my goodness!
So here I am yesterday. Engineers, and I'm calling everybody at the department, and one lady, she was extremely helpful. Her reply was, we can't do nothing until we get that letter. I'm like, well, what if you don't get the letter? So if they don't get it, I want to hand deliver it.
I mean, seriously.
Here you go. I'm standing in front of you. Here's the paperwork. Let me go.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Oh, yeah, very, very, very frustrating. So we're in limbo right now. Can't do anything until they receive the letter. And it was mailed last week, early part of last week.
Which I don't trust the mail.
I don't either. The mail is getting...
I don't trust it.
Unreliable it's unreliable now.
All right, well, that's fun. Let go and let God and keep on going.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. We're fixing to go in here, and we're fixing to get started. Lots, like I said, a busy time, but it's all good stuff, and you cannot complain about being busy when it's good stuff, for sure.
Amen.
So we will keep on keeping on. I heard somebody say one time, we'll keep the faith, keep the fight, hold on, and hold out.
Amen. Well, we got this, and we appreciate you. Thanks for leading the charge, man. It matters.
I appreciate it, and appreciate DCTV for allowing us to do this. I know a lot of folks really do appreciate this, and being in the know, and again, just appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you for doing it. 5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
Every week. I would like to say, just like our school debt, I don't think any other county in the state has that. I don't think any other county in the state has a county mayor that comes on once a week and for 5 years and talks about what's going on.
I don't think so. The only one that I know that does anything like that is and he has a round table, Lockhart.
Oh.
Keith Lockhart has a Friday round table, but I don't know if he has it. I don't know the ins and outs of it. It's just Will, our liaison with the governor's office, ECD, was talking about some things, and I was like, well, I need to talk about this whenever we have our weekly, and he's talking about and I like to, see what other mayors are doing too. That's working, and so he's talking about maybe more public communication, and he's talking about that Keith, Mayor Lockhart does. There's a Friday round table. I don't know if it's with just like the local businesses or what it is, but yeah, I think he's the only one I know of that does that.
What county is he?
Squatchy.
Oh, okay. Right on. Okay, great. Yeah, that's our neighbor. More ways than one. All right, Mayor. Well, we can always be better. We can always be better.
Oh, yeah. Yes, always. We only get a 99, never 100%, because there's always room for improvement.
Well, once again, we appreciate you and thank you. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless. All right, you want to do a quick break and then go on back? Okay. All right, we're going to go on a quick break. Come on back. I'm going to finish the birthdays, prayer list, and we're going to go right to the phones. I've got one phone line open. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. I'll see you in a minute.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
Save gas, save time, save money, Save a Lot. The name says it all. Locally owned and operated, Save a Lot of Tracy City promotes shopping locally on the mountain. Come check out the clean, organized store where hometown folks like you save with weekly specials from the weekly shopper. Experienced employees choose our products very carefully and keep a large selection of fresh produce and fruit stocked, offering you the best deals for the best possible quality. With a primetime butcher on staff, expect fresh meat cut and packaged on location, or request your favorite cuts while shopping name brands and Save a Lot brands in our frozen food sections, and fresh milk and dairy products always up to date. Friendly, helpful faces are on staff for any requests and questions you may have. Open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Stay on the mountain. Shop at your locally owned Save a Lot. The name says it all.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mircea Basaraba.
And I'm Mara Hutchings, nurse practitioner. Welcome to Southern Tennessee Cardiology. Here at Southern Tennessee Cardiology, we offer a variety of testing done right here in our office. Along with our highly trained and skilled staff, we have the latest technology for cardiac stress testing, high-tech ultrasound, and cardiac monitoring. Whether you are experiencing chest pain, palpitations, or need clearance for surgery, Southern Tennessee Cardiology is here for your cardiac needs.
Let's go birthdays. I always love updates from Mayor Brady. And I've got his on there as well from January through March on the YouTube channel. I have a Michelle Russell Morning on the Mountain, FYI. All right, let's go to our birthdays. You know I love me some birthdays. Okay. Valerie Lane Williams. Valerie has... Her and her family's moved off the mountain. I think they're in Warren County, if I'm not mistaken. Valerie used to work at Nelson Lane's office, for a very long time. Love Valerie. Happy birthday. Wish she was here, but I want her to live her best life and love her family. Eric Limbo, Vincent Cruel. Vincent is in D.C. Met him when I was lobbying in the Tennessee legislature way back in the day. He was one of the young lobbyists that I absolutely loved. I want to say he was from Wyoming when I went out west he was messaging me and to tell me to wave. He knew exactly where the places that I was going, and him and Andy Holt were on my out west territory when I was going through Wyoming. Anyway, happy birthday, Vincent. Happy birthday, Bedford Allison. Marcella Skabinski. I want to say that she's in the eyelash business. Our Corbin Lusk. Happy birthday, Corbin. Hitting 25. That's our next generation. Way to go, Corbin. Such a good boy. Wayne Hart. He's down in, I think, Franklin County. He's a horse guy. Fierce patriot, if you will. Jack Morrison, 75. Happy birthday, Jack. Janine Ravesloot. Janine, okay, happy birthday. Heather Harrow. Heather Newsom Brewer. Happy birthday, Heather. Oh, speaking of fabulous women, she's got a beautiful daughter named Madison, and her husband is David, and I love that they have a farm and just love her. 47 years old. Happy birthday to probably one of my kinfolk, Eddie Overturf. He's 58 today. And that is all I've got. What was yesterday? John Cunningham. I think he's a Pelham boy. Mark Mentz. Jeremy Gibbs. Happy Jeremy. This is yesterday. J.M. Hodge. Russell Brawley. Susie Smith's birthday was yesterday. Susie Smith born. So I didn't get the chance to do those. We didn't take any phone calls yesterday. So let's go to our prayer list. I got a couple of updates. Frida said that Johnny Braden is just not doing very well. He's been intubated, and that's always not a good sign. People have coming out of being intubated. You know, it's that lung thing. But I've also learned that in COVID, when they were intubating him, that helped the death rate, if that's a right way to say that. So anyway, let's pray for Johnny Braden while he battles that. All right, let's continue to pray for Danny and Dave Crabtree, Charlie McDowell, Sakura Meeks. Her surgery is today, it looks like. So let's do an extra prayer for her and her surgery. Daffy and Louie Nolan, let's pray for them. That's the McDowells, Joyce and Charlie's folks. Larry Parson, Frank Brawley, Charles Brown, Steve Melton. If you go visit him, he's now in, I think it's called Siskin. He's in at the rehab across from Erlanger. I need visitors, and that includes me, so I need to get my tail over there. Let's continue to pray for Cheryl Foshi, Granny Barb's babies, Frida, as she deals with her back pain, Turkey, I think he's on the road to recovery, Patsy Kennedy, Blondell Lockhart. I saw Joni Baby yesterday when I was getting some Paco Tacos, and she said Baby Denny's doing good and she's doing better. So prayers work. I love it. Dolly Young, Dalchi and Christine Nunley. We're just going to kind of keep them on the prayer list as long as they need it. Paula Tate, Donna Childers, Erica Whitman, Mike Scott, Gary Meeks, Ron Barnett, that's Sherry's honey. I believe surgery on his shoulder is today. He's been going through a lot of different surgeries to fix him, kind of like a junior, where you just got to fix things, because men are hard on their bodies, and so Big Ron is going through surgery to fix his shoulders. Jimmy Brooks' family, so sad to see that. Jimmy was a frequent caller and buy or sell trade in my 10 years here, and I think it was Parkinson's got the best of him, and he wasn't able to call in like he used to. So that's just sad. He's my age. Brother Crichton, Ronnie Reeves. What else do I have on here? There's an urgent prayer request that Miss Joan asked for. There's a ton of unspoken. And then, of course, Miss Ophelia and Miss Dola. So that's our prayer request. Lord, lift up our folks. We love you. You are all grace and mercy, and we are so thankful for your presence in our lives. We just ask for an extra special prayer for the folks that we've listed. There's a lot of unspoken. There's a lot of folks going through some hard times, and I don't know how people do it without you and the faith that it's your will and your comfort. So just an extra special arm around them would be just wonderful. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, let's go to our phones. And once again, thanks everyone for being patient yesterday and you know, the phone calls. Just sometimes Mike Parton's worth it. All right, here we go. Morning.
Good morning this morning.
Well, Leslie, look at you being number one.
I didn't know it.
Well, you just never know.
Oh.
How you feeling? How are you on this side of it?
I get there. I got a little bit of a headache this morning. Well, I tell you what, I never felt so bad in my life. Sunday morning, I got to church and I got so sick.
Oh, for goodness sakes!
And I had to come back home, go to bed, wrap myself up good.
Was it the chills again, or was it just nausea? What was it?
Oh.
Wow.
My stomach a little bit at church, and I got to work with it and sit still. My hand shook so bad that I couldn't hold a glass of water if I had one.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I don't know what hit me, but I come home, done exactly what I needed. They took a few fluids and stuff. Mm-hmm. And let things take its own course.
Well, it started, was it last week?
Yes, last Wednesday.
Yeah.
I got to go to church Wednesday because of the same thing, but I didn't have the shakes so much as that. I had chills. Mm-hmm. But I thought I was getting better Sunday morning. I got ready and went to church. And we went through the songs and prayer requests and stuff like that. And I got where I was just shaking and chilling. I couldn't hold my hand still.
Dang it. Yeah, you were just weak.
Yeah, it just knocked me in the head, buddy.
Dang. Have you been able to eat?
Yeah, I've been trying to eat a little bit. I didn't eat much that day, but I've been trying to eat to keep my strength up. But I ain't never been hit like that. I mean, I've been hit with sickness and stuff, but nothing like that.
That was a sneak attack, honestly. I thought you had, been done with it after your chills and it worked its way out. That was a sneak attack.
Yeah, the devil's trying to stop me from doing what I need to be doing.
I'm telling you, Satan, baby. Satan.
I rebuke him.
Not today, Satan.
I rebuke him out of our country. I rebuke him out of our schools, out of our churches. I rebuke that devil.
That's right. But man, is he just popping up everywhere, just mad as heck.
Yeah, he's mad because he's losing his battle. He's always been a loser, but...
he was winning there for a hot minute, I felt.
Yeah, he's been a loser since Adam and Eve.
But, I've been watching folks who are standing up like that Charlie Kirk, young people that are standing up for what is right, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're smart, and they're right. They're right. What?
People are waking up.
They're waking up.
Yeah, they're waking up.
But we've got some great young people in the wings, and it's super exciting.
Yeah, the devil's going to be taking out of our judicial system. He's taking out of our Congress. I'm saying people are going to start following. People just ain't going to realize how quick it's going to happen when it does.
Those judges?
When God moves his hand, there's going to be some...
I know. Those judges are totally popping their heads up with Satan.
Yeah, there's some crooked people in our judicial system.
But anyway, and it's okay. It's all just they're popping their heads. They're showing themselves. It's like they're unveiling, hey, I really am the devil.
Yeah, they're unveiling themselves.
So I'm okay. I feel good, and we've got warriors in place.
We're winners.
We're winners. But we're always winners. Is there anything, I feel like we haven't talked in a million years. Is there anybody that needs extra prayer? I know we all do, but is there anything we need to know?
Yeah, Claudine Parson passed away.
Oh. All right. Claudine Parson family.
She died on her birthday. She's 86.
How old was she?
86.
86. Good for her. That's a good time. She's lived a good life. Well, all right, I've got her down. Anybody else that we need to know about?
That's all I can think of right now except me.
Well, I'm just so glad you're on the path to getting rid of that.
Yeah, well, I want to find me something to eat here pretty soon because I'm getting kind of weak again.
Yeah, you better eat.
Yeah, I don't know what's...
What are you hankering for, like some chili? Or you want something light, like a soup?
Oh, I don't know what I need, honey.
Or a BLT?
I ate one of them last week at the Potbelly. Yeah.
Oh, I love them, some BLTs.
They make good BLTs.
Potbelly's, is an underrated asset. You just forget, man, that's some good cooking.
Yeah, it's some good cooking. If I've never tried it, they try it.
Yeah, they really do. That's my go-to. Like, it's right by work. And so there's something called a Texas burger. Absolutely love. I get it without a bun. So good.
I think I heard one of them as big as a saucer.
They're huge. And, oh, my God. And they've got homemade onion rings. I'm like an onion ring connoisseur. They're my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I used to like onion rings when I could taste them good. They have a good taste in my
Yeah.
mouth. Now they don't have a good taste in my mouth.
I would try Potbelly's. They're homemade, and it's just a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
All right, so we're into Revelation. I've so missed that. What chapter are we still in? Are we still in 13?
Yeah, we're going to finish it up, 11 through 18.
All right, verses 11 through 18.
Sounds like a lot, but it's just 7 verses.
Yeah, I get it. So it's been a minute. We need to get a little bit more of a dose of Revelation. All right, buddy, your turn.
All right. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake like a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wounds was healed. And he doth go great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. And he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their head right hand in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's the wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. That's it.
That's 666. I've gone to at CVS, and I had a $6.66 tab or bill.
Yeah.
I bought something else. I mean, the number just throws me.
Yeah, that's a number you want to stay away from. But that's man's number, though. It's I don't completely understand that, but either way, it's not good.
No, it's not good. All right, what anything you take away from this that pops in your head?
Well, 777 is God's number.
777.
Yeah, it's God's number. 7 is the number of perfection.
Okay.
And 6 is way below that. It's the image of man.
The sinful man?
Yeah, it puts man down way below God, because there's none higher than God.
Okay, so man is the 6.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't really know where they get the 666 at, really, if I'm honest with you. I can read down here in the line here to, now let's see if I can find that.
So if you have the mark of the beast, that means Satan's got you?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no repenting after you get that.
Oh, geez. You can't come back?
People that accept that mark, they're doomed. But the people that refuse the mark, which this is during tribulation, okay?
Okay, during tribulation, right on.
It is after the church is raptured out.
Okay.
But the people that are left, they're going to be stuck. And they're going to either take that mark or they can feed their family. But those that refuse the mark, they will be excluded from the devil's wrath. They may be killed, but one thing about it, if they get killed because they refused that mark, at least they'll have a better hope than they had.
Well, that's why I refused the jab.
Yeah, that's the reason why I refused. I just couldn't stand the thought that I had to be putting something in my body that came from an infant that they aborted.
Mm-hmm.
And I just could not bring myself to that.
Well, there's all of the above. I mean, it was...
Yeah, it was run through too fast. But no experiments made. They just decided that's what it was, and they just throw it in people.
All right. Well, here's what Ted says.
All right.
This passage warns against deception, forced worship, and economic control under a future oppressive system. Does that sound familiar?
Yep.
It has been widely interpreted in religious, historical, and prophetic contexts. The number 666, the passage ends with a riddle saying that the number of the beast is 666, which is associated with a man. Many interpretations exist regarding its meaning. I'm going to ask him what is 666. What is meaning of 666? What is meaning of 666? Let's see what Ted says. All right, so it's mentioned in Revelation 13:18 as the number of the beast. Its meaning has been debated for centuries, so we're not alone in not understanding it. Numerology in ancient times, letters often had numerical values. All right, many scholars believe 666 represents Nero Caesar, the Roman emperor known for persecuting Christians. In Hebrew, when Nero's name is translated and calculated, it adds up to 666. Same manuscripts of Revelation record the number as 616, which also fits Nero. I don't know. Symbolic meaning. 666 falls short of perfection. In biblical symbolism, 7 represents divine completeness, as you said. The number 6 represents imperfection or falling short, repeated 3 times for emphasis.
Yeah.
It
okay,
may
I can go along with that.
Yeah, it may signify human rebellion, imperfection, or a counterfeit trinity opposing the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And then it goes into the passage states that no one can buy or sell without the mark, so that's kind of creepy. That was the chip in people's hands or whatever, I feel.
Well, there's an interpretation about that. I don't know whether it be a chip or just kind of like a brand.
Yeah, something. And then some believe this points to future economic and political systems that enforce allegiance to an anti-Christian authority.
Yeah.
And some say that 666 as a symbol of oppressive government systems throughout history. And then others see it as a future prophecy where a world leader, Antichrist, will enforce a mark of loyalty.
That sounds about right there.
Doesn't that sound about, I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So, anyway, imperfection. That 6 is an imperfection.
7 is perfection.
And 7 is perfection.
Imperfection.
Yep. Well, Leslie, thank you. Missed you. I'm glad you're on the road, but I hope you get better.
Well, I do too. I'm getting feel a little sick now, but I'll make it, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out for sure.
I'm not worried about it. You've got this.
Oh, God's got this. He's got me in his hands.
Yep, and there's a reason why you're around, buddy.
Yeah, every person's got a purpose in this world.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to know where that purpose is.
And once you find it, then you know it. So thank you, Leslie. I appreciate you.
Purpose.
Yep. I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right. See you. Bye. Oh, good Lord willing. Morning. Good morning.
Morning.
What you doing?
I'm just sitting in there. Making a list.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, yesterday Steven said you were held the longest, and you get like a medal for that or something.
I thought, well, let me hang up and call back. Then I called back and I said, is she going to take any calls? And he said, no, she done run over.
Well, Tim and Mac were here. It's Tuesdays. So, I can't let them sit here and wait. So you should have talked to them. You should have called and talked to them.
Who was it? Was on there?
It's Tim Glover and Mac Meeks. They're taking over for Grady Ward. So they talk about the Bible on Tuesdays, at 9:00.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're great. They've taken over Grady Ward's duties, and it's a call-in show too.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk Bible stuff, man, I would do it. I would Tuesdays, yeah. But yeah, that's why I just, there was no point.
Yeah, and I thought, well, I don't think she probably ain't holding this on there this long, so I thought, well, let me call back. Maybe he'll answer and I can ask him.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't have that TV to know.
Yep. No, I get that. And I messaged you about the Generac, so they're selling them now. They haven't figured out the financing part. Some folks might need financing. But there's a gal in Monteagle that has one.
Did they say how much it would cost if you just paid out of pocket? Did he say?
No, he didn't, but I bet, that number, he didn't mention price, and I was afraid to ask, honestly. I'm like, is that like $5,000? I don't know.
Come out in 30 days.
Do what?
I'm on the list.
Oh, good. So you called Mike, and you're on the list.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Good. Yeah, they're just still working out, but they're on it, and yay.
Yeah, I want that. I
don't blame you. I mean, it seems, and he said, when he was talking yesterday, when everyone's power was out on Saturday night, they drove through Monteagle, and there's her lights on.
Like out here at L&L, they are too.
Yeah, you always know who's got the Generac, and it's seamless. You don't have to worry about like dying from not plugging it in or someone else dying.
That's right.
That whatever that energy bag, if you don't, whatever, you don't have to worry about that.
If you're out of town, there you are. You're covered.
Yep, you don't have to worry about your freezer and it's just it's a peace of mind.
Right.
So good for you. So you're on the list.
I am.
Oh, that's super exciting. Well, good. All right. Anything else we need to know? How's Johnny? What's up with that?
Well, he just can't breathe. He's got pneumonia in one lung, right lung, I think.
Right.
And they've had to vent him last night because they texted me at 11 o'clock last night telling me that.
Oh, my gosh.
But he's just struggling to get air.
Did he have COPD as well?
No.
Oh, my goodness. So it's just the RSV or pneumonia, or what is it?
They don't know because he's got something between his heart and lung, and they don't know what it is right now.
Oh, my gosh.
It's sitting like in a pocket, so they don't really know what it is.
Well, that's a little creepy.
I know. I thought maybe it's cancer. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know how that works.
Yeah, you don't ever know. It's not a clot of. How big is that little thing that they saw?
She didn't say. I didn't even think to ask her.
I wonder if it's like a clot. Would that show up on a one of those?
Yeah, she said something about inflammation.
Okay, all right.
They're giving him the strongest antibiotics that they can give him, and the antibiotics they're giving him, they don't even give it because it's so strong.
Oh my goodness!
They're having to give it to him.
Wow.
What the deal is here?
Wow, that's something major.
I know. See, he's in that recovery place out there, Altamont. See.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right on. Right on. Wow.
He's supposed to graduate in May. So, we're just praying.
Oh, my gosh. How old is he?
Ooh, I can't even remember. I know he graduated high school in 2009.
Okay, so he's pretty young. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I definitely praying for that young man. That's just horrible.
Yeah, I know they've told the hospital, I think, and stuff about, that he didn't want to be on pain medicine, but he is really hurting over. He needed something for pain, but he didn't want no opioids. That he told him because he's in recovery.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's a dang it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it. I don't know. I just definitely prayers and just keep us posted if you don't mind.
Right. Yeah. I said we're just praying for God's healing and God to direct the doctors.
I mean, seriously. I mean, pray that. The very least that we can do is pray.
Right.
The very least. Well, thanks for the update on that. Everybody else doing good?
We are. Old David's going with his daddy and mama to the doctor. He's got to go to the doctor. His daddy's got to go to the doctor this morning down there.
Oh, for his foot?
Yeah. Maybe they'll send him back to work.
Well, I've got to I have to go to Pennsylvania in the end of April, and who wants to fly these days?
Oh, I know it.
I mean, seriously, who wants to fly these days? It's crazy. So tell him to get back. We need him flying.
And Jeter said, put your parachute on before you start flying.
I mean, seriously, I'm like, if it wasn't 12 hours to drive it.
That's right by yourself anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I am just not. I mean, I almost thought about that. So I don't know. It's going to be fine.
No.
But yeah, tell him to get better.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Well, you guys have a fabulous Wednesday. Thanks for being patient with us yesterday. But Mike Parton deserves that. He's kind of a big deal now.
Right. Junior, he's worked on that electric down at the barn.
Oh, my goodness.
For day, and still got to go back down there here a few minutes. Try to get it finished up.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Well, at least it's going to be a gorgeous day.
Yeah, thank the Lord for that.
Amen. Thank the Lord. Because I saw little snowflakes on some future weather.
Oh, tomorrow. Hush your mouth.
No flip-flops for you, Frida.
I know. Oh, no, I'm not. You know how I am.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've got my sandals on, so. All right, kids. Well, have a fabulous day doing all that good work.
Right.
All right, kids. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
Right,
bye-bye.
See you. Bye. Morning.
How you doing?
Hey, buddy. Well, I definitely have another opportunity for Misty to guest host.
Oh, she'll be on?
Well, I haven't talked to her about it. I just finalized yesterday. They made me. So I just have to do it.
Yeah.
So I'll let her know and we'll see how it goes. It's the end of April.
Oh, I'll tell you. Yeah, we do it somewhere. That's how my mom's.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to message Misty and see if she can do it. What do I need to know today, Lily?
Well, I'm just sitting here having some coffee and doing inspection here by 9:30 or whenever this evening. So everything's still working, whatever.
What do they do for inspections? Just make sure that what do they do during an inspection?
Got my stove, it's still did say, and
do they replace it if it's not working?
Well, see, my uncle bought the stove one time, so he brought it to me. So deep freezer is mine. It brought it to me, but now freezer right there don't. Freezer everybody's taste, you know.
Okay. So they inspect their stuff?
Well, you know, like lights and
Oh, okay. Making sure everything works.
lights.
Okay.
And, so,
All right. What do I need to know today, buddy?
well, I haven't been over all day yesterday, except I got ready to leave, and I talked to another, and I see what she was doing, and she said, let me talk to you about it. And I said, okay. So I told her about yesterday, about 12:45, and I said, just put our lunch on that off to Wednesday. She said, just do it Friday. So, you know, I just had to go in and do here yesterday. I just don't want to put it off, you know, have to go, you know, and so.
Sure.
You know how that is. You know, you just take put off sweeping and mopping. You know, so I did that yesterday. You know.
Good for you. Yeah, I've got to do that today.
Yeah, but I tell you one thing, Michelle, you trap dirt in, if it raining, you trap mud in, it'll be some of our officers' shoes, boots, whatever. Michelle, I swept everywhere in this apartment, bedroom, bathroom, in here. You've never seen so much dirt. I said, man, where all this dirt coming from? I said, it's coming off my shoes, my boots, whatever. And he said, it'll take no time. And right here where I sat, and I sat here watching you right now, it just don't take no time to dirt it off. Time you go out the back door with sack of garbage, you try the same dirt in the backyard back in here.
Well, you know, Grandma Nell never allowed us to wear shoes in the house. And now I understand why.
What then I did start finding some flip-flops or something.
You leave your boots at the door and put yourself some slippers on when you get in, and that will save some time and energy.
Yep. You know, so.
All right. Well, I'm going to fly. Happy Wednesday, Lily.
Oh, I will. If you haven't talked to Mayor then next Wednesday, ask them how much ID is. I thought I did mine around June. I don't know. I think it was $13, and last time I got it, I don't know how much there are now these days.
Just an ID over at the courthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably not a mayor question, but I can find out.
Yeah, just ask them and
you need an ID? When do you need an ID? Usually it's like, I don't know, $20, $25, I don't know, something crazy like that. Nothing?
About up now, I don't know for sure, but, you know, that's how that little letter here, you know, for ID, you know, so.
Yeah, you don't want to get it expired. So.
Well, but, you know, I think they should own up, you know, to I did it, you know, and so.
All right, I'll find out. Yeah, that's I can find out how much that is. Also, you know, for those folks, Real ID is coming up. Not that you're going to be flying or going into a federal building, but May 7th, we've got to have a Real ID.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my two did now to 3 months, so.
Okay, bud. All right, well, you have a fabulous day. If you see our girl, just tell her we love her.
Yeah, and, you do look pretty this morning.
Well, thank you. All right, buddy. Have a great day.
Okay, you do.
All right, say bye. All right, we're going to go on a quick break. Thank our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. See you in a minute.
From the threat of potential national expansion and the potential conflict that it might bring, to the violence that troubled individuals who succumb to evil intentions and shoot up schools, from heartbreaking failures that result in plane crashes, to the equally heartbreaking time of year where death takes our own loved ones in this community more often. Maybe you, who are listening, are like me, and these things cause you frustration, sadness, and sorrow. The question arises, what can we do? Where can we go? What is the response of the people of God when the realities of a fallen world hit a little harder than normal? In times such as these, I would encourage us to turn towards the ancient prayer book and hymnal in the scriptures, the Psalms. A large percentage of the Psalms can be characterized as Psalms of lament. In these Psalms, the various original human authors inspired by God express to God that something in their lives or in their time was messed up. at least from their perspective. And in these Psalms, these authors cry out that everything in their world seems to be messed up to God, while at the same time they continue to trust in Him and petition God to act. In times like these, may we turn to these Psalms. May we make them our own. And may we pray them as the people of God have prayed them throughout the centuries. Might we cry out as the psalmist does in Psalm 77, verse 1, I cry aloud to God, and He will hear me. Look, I'm just J.D. Cantrell. I don't get everything perfect. I'm just a man who loves Jesus and tries to follow Him. I know that this short devotional is a little different, but maybe it'll give you something to consider. May you be blessed.
Tracy Clinic, located at 740 Main Street in Tracy City, specializes in family medicine. Nurse practitioner Devin Land Lampley is now seeing patients. Call today for an appointment at 592-4242. Open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's the Tracy Clinic, 592-4242.
Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative is here to serve you in your business or in your home. Pay your electric bill in the comfort of your own home with SVEC's new online billing service. Wouldn't it be nice to know in advance how much to budget for your electric bill each month? Visit us at one of our convenient offices or go online to www.svalleyec.com. Sequatchie Valley Electric, providing electrical service to over 33,000 homes and businesses in all or portions of Bledsoe, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Coffee, Hamilton, Ray, and Van Buren counties in Tennessee. SVEC, staying up with today and working for tomorrow.
Independently owned and locally staffed, the Caverns attracts visitors from all over the country. Bring your guests down for a cave tour, a cave concert, or a magical night under the stars at the Caverns Outdoor Amphitheater. Camping is an option too. Learn more at www.thecaverns.com, where the destination becomes a journey. All righty. We've got 2 more phone calls. Here we go. Morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Miss Ophelia. How are you, honey?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Another beautiful day.
Yes, it looks like it will be.
Oh, I'm so glad. Easter's right around the corner.
Oh, yes.
I think we got like a month, don't we?
I'm not sure. I don't have a calendar close by.
Well, that's okay. You know what? I think it's... Hold on, let me get it. I think it's like the 20th. Hold on.
Usually it's on the 20th.
Yes, it is the 20th. April 20th. Oh, I'm tickled. Well, what do I need to know today, Miss Ophelia? I always love hearing your voice.
I don't know of anything right now. Anything that's stripped my mind there.
Okay. All right. Well, you enjoy that sunshine, and you call anytime. Looking forward to maybe talking to you tomorrow.
All right, honey.
All right, honey. I got you down.
I just wanted to let you know it's good to see you up there.
Well,
every morning.
I love being here, so I'm glad we're together.
Yes. All right. You have a very wonderful day today.
You have a wonderful day, Miss Ophelia. And tell your daughter I said hey.
All right, too.
See you. Bye. I love me some Brenda. Morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
There's my Barbara. How are you, honey? How's your babies? How's Barbara?
I guess I'm doing okay. I've still got this hoarseness and, of course, the cough, but I think I'm on the road to recovery.
It's been a journey. I mean, you and Leslie, holy cow.
And the babies are improving a lot, so prayer works.
It sure does. Yes, ma'am. It's the very least we can do.
But I was listening to Frida telling about Johnny.
Yeah.
And my youngest one, Stephanie, she's been in 2 different ERs and at the doctor's office yesterday with a hurting in her chest and in between her shoulder blades. And they told her at the ER that she had inflammation in her chest walls, and it was a virus. It was viral. But the doctor yesterday has set her up for a CT scan, and that sounds kind of like the same thing Johnny's got.
Doesn't it? I mean, dead on inflammation.
But Stephanie has that IV filter that had the recall on it. She still got it in her body. The doctor didn't want to take it out. And she fell Friday, I think it was, and hit her back against the wall. And I told her they needed to check that filter because that was part of the recall, because it would break off and, get lodged in different parts of the body.
Where is it located at? Where's this filter at?
I don't know.
Jeez, wow. All right, so inflammation in her chest cavity?
That's what they said in her chest walls. Dad took her to the ER, I think it was Sunday.
Can she not breathe? Is that part of the issue?
It's part of it, but the pain, she said it feels like got indigestion, but you can't burp or nothing and get any relief.
Wow.
She said that pain just hurts so bad in between her shoulder blades.
That sounds so strange. And what do you think it is, Barbara? You've been around the block for a minute and know medical stuff. What do you think it is?
Well, it's got me bumfuzzled.
Really?
Okay. That's why I wanted her to see that filter never showed up in none of the chest x-rays. Her troponin level was okay, Her EKGs were all right. And it just got me bumfuzzled, but they said that she had inflammation in her chest wall.
And we just don't know why.
It's a virus.
It's a virus.
That's what they told her at most of the ERs.
Huh.
They are going to do a CT scan as soon as they get it scheduled, but she can't sleep. She can't stand up. The pain is. That's why I said, it sounds like the same thing with Johnny.
It does, and Johnny's not doing very well right now.
Well, put Stephanie on the prayer list.
That's what I'm pulling right now, girl. That's what I'm pulling right now.
Because I've been worried to death about her, because if that filter breaks, then the parts of it can go to your heart, your lungs, just anywhere in your body. And with her falling part of it, and it on the recall list anyway.
Yeah. Why is it recalled? What is it? What's wrong with it?
Because it breaks apart.
Oh, great. And we don't know where it is.
No, I don't know where it's at. They put it in several years ago because, she had a stroke at 21, and they had to do knee surgery. So they put that filter in so that it would catch any clots.
Okay.
And that's what it does. It's a screen light for clots.
Okay. Wow. So she's been having clots for a hot minute. Like, is that what caused her stroke?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Bless it.
She was saved because that flap in her heart didn't close at birth, and the clot passed through that flap, that hole in her heart, and hit the right side of her brain, which affected the left side of her body.
Mm.
And because that flap didn't close when she was born, is what saved her when she had the stroke. But they went through all kinds of tests and to figure out, what caused the stroke. And she's got a factor V blood disorder.
Dang it. Bless her heart. How old is she? She's miraculous.
She'll be 47 this year in August.
Wow. She's gone through quite a bit, Barbara. I did not know that.
Yeah, she's been through a lot, and this has got me really worried. If that filter's broke apart, but she can't sleep, and this has been going on ever since Friday.
Mm.
Like I said, she's been to 2 different hospitals, to the ER, and then to the doctor yesterday.
Oh, Barbara, dang it. Well, keep us posted. I've got her at the top of my prayer list. And I just, dang it.
I appreciate that, Ida.
Well, I know you're worried sick. I know you're just a mama bear there, and I know you're worried sick, and I'm praying for you, too.
I appreciate that, too. And you look pretty today. I love that blue.
This is my newest little SPF 50 jacket. I'm going to get like 100 of them in different colors.
Well, I don't blame you. But that blue, it's a beautiful color, and it looks good on you.
Yeah, it's like an Easter egg color.
Yes.
It's like an Easter egg color. So, yeah, because, I don't want to get skin cancer, even though I don't know. A little bit at a time. But Barbara, thank you, and definitely prayers your way. I know that scares you.
Yeah, and I just hope they get that scan scheduled soon. With that situation, I don't know why they couldn't have done an emergency scan.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But, they got protocol they got to follow, and
we have got so much red tape in our lives, it's ridiculous.
That's what I was getting around to saying, all that red tape that you have to follow, people can lose their lives in the meantime.
And they've had. I mean, it's and they have. So, yeah,
they have.
I think we just need to blow up everything and put it back together better.
Start from the ground up.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, let's just blow it up, all of it, and then come back in a more sane world, and maybe in 100 years we'll still be around as a country.
If they just test us old country folks, we'll give them the common sense knowledge.
Right? Seriously, we need more of our grit in this world.
That's right. But on the news the other morning, after that straight line winds went through Palmer, which people saw a funnel cloud. That's why they thought it was a tornado that touched down.
I know.
But that reporter, it made me feel good, because that reporter said he had never seen a community come together and help their neighbors the way they were doing up there at Palmer.
I'm telling you, there's been many days gone by when they weren't as nice about us, and it is so
exactly right.
It is so refreshing for them to go, oh wow,
right, and that's why I say they need to take a look at us old country folks out here. We're not bad people. We got a few that gets off track. But we're not bad people.
Not so whatsoever. And the more I'm hearing is that people wish they were like us, which is so funny.
Yes.
It's like, ha ha ha.
Said that on the news, on the TV, on Channel 12. And
isn't that unreal that remember they would just come here to laugh at us?
Yes. We ain't nothing but car thieves and wood choppers.
Yep. And now they're coming here, man, we wish we were you.
Yeah, well, can we live in your community?
Yeah, only if you participate and help out as a community. Well, then fine. No slackers allowed in Grundy County.
That's exactly right. You better have some grit.
It has some grit, baby. Everyone wants our grit. Well, you know what? It takes a lot of years under your belt to get that grit.
It's exactly right. Well, you have a blessed day, and God bless you and all you do, honey.
Well, God bless you, and I'm just so appreciative of us. So thank you.
And we appreciate you.
Well, God bless you, honey. We're all in this together. We all got grit.
Yeah.
All right, honey. You have a good one.
You too.
Bye, sweetheart. Oh, that's just painful. One more. Morning.
Morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I was just trying to begin about the winds in Palmer. That was a Category 2 hurricane-type wind. Category 2.
They said it was straight lines, 95 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour.
Well, I read it was over 100 in the post that I read. Of course, I know there was another one that said that the winds, and it didn't specify a certain place, was 95. But what I read, that in Palmer, it was in the Category 2 type hurricane winds.
Yeah, because type 2 is, or EF2 is 115, miles per hour. It wasn't
this
that.
Is about 120 something.
Yeah, so.
And I've been in the Category 1, and I don't want to be in the Category 1 or 2 again.
Yeah. Well, and everyone is, disagreeing. Oh, straight line winds.
And hurricane style winds.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, it was unreal. And thankfully, only one person was hurt out of that whole thing.
Yeah, well, it's sad it happened. But I want to say that a good doctor, they tell me, will make 3 guesses and will test to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they make 1 guess and they let it go that way. Over 3 decades ago, I was having problems with pain. It was a heart attack type pain, just as painful as a heart attack.
That's crazy.
And the doctor diagnosed me with reflux.
Reflux?
And I was drinking bottles of Mylanta, which I found out later Maalox is better. Mm-hmm. And one mother says, every time I give my children antibiotic medicine, I give them a spoonful of Maalox first.
That's a good idea.
And anyway, that's good stuff. But James Everett was working his Centennial. Mm-hmm. And apparently, I haven't really discussed it with him because he just told me recently. I mentioned that he realized it as esophageal spasms.
Okay.
And they are as painful as heart attacks. I was in the ER time and time again. I was having EKGs over and over, and nothing was showing up with those. And it's something terrible to have.
How'd you get rid of them?
Well, after all the medicine I had taken, the doctor gave me one prescription after another, which I was allergic to, and couldn't take it, and I've told you before, and that 2 of them caused heart damage.
Gosh, yeah.
And I didn't go in on the case when it was in court because he'd given me samples. I had never filled a prescription, and I didn't know. I didn't contact the doctor. In fact, I think he had moved. And I just thought, well, there's no way I can prove it.
Yeah. That
I took those medicines, but there were those 2 I had taken along with everything else.
Sure.
And after all of that, James Everett brought me, listen carefully, a bottle of acidophilus capsules.
Okay.
And that did it.
It's a probiotic, right?
Yes, they have a probiotic. Yes, it's something like that, and that took care of my problem I had all the time. I had ulcerated stomach, and he never did test me for that. So sometimes it's good to get a second opinion.
I mean, seriously.
I've never thought about needing one.
I mean, seriously. And your gut is, from all the studies that are coming out, it's so important to make sure your gut is good because it affects everything.
Yes. But, of course, recently I've been having bronchospasms.
Okay.
Which is something else. It's just shortness of breath, lowers the oxygen, and when it just starts cutting off your breathing, you just can't get any breath, can't get any oxygen.
Sure.
And, of course, I've got treatment for that.
Sure, yeah.
And, of course, I was in the ER at Sewanee.
When were you at the ER?
Oh, I think it's been 2 or 3 years ago now that I had to go to the ER.
Well, good.
2 years, and of course we called the ambulance, and my oxygen level was down to 90, but I said I just finally made the choice that I would wait till the next day to go.
Mm-hmm.
And of course James Everett took me, and he was there with me. When you go to the hospital like that, emergency room, you must have an adult with you that listens and catches everything, because you're not going to be able to catch everything. You miss what you need to be listening to.
100% agree.
So
you should always have someone with you.
Yeah, he took me, so, and was with me. Of course, he would have followed if I'd chosen to let the ambulance people take me. But I was doing well enough. I thought I could wait till the next day.
Sure. No, I get that. Well, that's an amazing story.
I had never heard of esophageal spasms.
Either have I.
Would have never had any idea.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know. I had to teach the doctor that I could not take that medicine.
I
didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, well, you know that Dad always fired his doctors who didn't listen to him, so.
Well, he finally did start listening to me.
Yeah.
But it was just a check-in every time, just testing to see if I could take it.
Yeah.
Whatever he gave me, I don't know how many different kinds I took.
Well, you listen to those ads on TV, and they say this fixes this, but here's the things that you're going to get, that possibly you're going to get from it, the side effects. I don't even want the side effects.
No, and you can have side effects that nobody else has had.
Yeah, so I mean,
the doctor told her, said, you made medical history because you had a side effect that nobody else had had.
Well, that's why it's important to have a good doctor and a pharmacist.
Yes, and the pharmacist is important.
Huge.
My husband, James Everett's dad, if a medicine was prescribed, he wanted to go to the pharmacist, which was Jim Cheek at that time.
I remember Jimmy Cheek, yeah. That's over in my office.
Discuss it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I learned to check with the pharmacist down at Mount Eagle. In fact, Doug Dye is a distant cousin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Doug, yeah.
So,
yeah, it's good to have both of those working together.
Yes, and because I was told that doctors don't have time to keep up with the medical journals.
No.
See, that doctor showed my daughter, Johannes, that he had reported it and that side effect had been added to the list.
Mm-hmm.
Said you made medical history.
Well, see, there you go.
And I told her I'd made medical history too, so. Oh, goodness, it's interesting.
It sure is. Well, that's a wonderful story. Thanks for sharing your journey, medical journey, because we can all maybe learn from it.
The doctors don't have time to keep up with the medical journals.
Mm-mm. No, they don't.
Like the druggists can.
Yeah, it's good to be have a good pharmacist. 100% agree. All right.
Well, they called Jim Cheek Dr. Cheek, Dr. Jim or whatever. They didn't call him a pharmacist. They called him a doctor. And a lot of people just went to him and told him the symptoms, which you can't do now, you know. That was way back when.
Way back in the day. Yeah, we had some great ones. Anyway, all right, Miss Evan. Well, I hope you have a fabulous day. Like I said, thanks for sharing, and maybe we can all learn from each other's health issues.
Yeah, well, it just... interesting, like I've never heard of it since, of anyone having esophageal spasms.
Well, that's a new one, so anyone out there, let us know. But you have a fabulous day. Enjoy the sunshine, and good Lord willing, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, they're just as painful as having a heart attack.
Amen. All right, honey. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All righty, that is it for the day. Let me see who's on tomorrow. I think we've got Thursday and Friday booked, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so tomorrow we have, Gail's coming in. So we'll learn more about, speaking of Barbara, we'll have more info on the scammers that's trying to take people's land. So Gail's coming on tomorrow. And then Friday, I've got Dr. Manny. He's going to be calling in, though. He's a Vanderbilt trauma surgeon, and he's going to be doing that Healthy Tennessee Fair. So we'll learn more about that. But Dr. Manny, we'll have him on Friday. So that's it. You guys go out there, spread joy and sunshine wherever you go. And hopefully tomorrow we'll see each other again. As always, thanks for watching Morning on the Mountain. See you tomorrow.